What's up and welcome to Hack Micro. Today we're going to be looking at the difference between ranking systems and ranking signals when it comes to Google search algorithms and why the difference between these two things matters to SEOs. If you've been following anything going on in the SEO community lately, you have realized or found out maybe through tweets or the blogs you follow that Google has updated its documented ranking systems page. And it actually removed some things from this page, like page experience system and the mobile-friendly ranking system and the page speed system and the secure sites system. What's more is on April 19th, Google said that it was dropping page experience, saying that it was more of a concept. This has created a lot of confusion in the SEO community and the web dev community, saying, do these things matter? Did they ever matter? Really, where do these things sit today? Now, I've always been under the impression that, yes, they matter for user experience, but that any of these systems, at least when they were called systems, didn't play a massive role. Because every time I would do a SERP study, I would notice things, sites with bad page experience or not very good mobilely, or even sites with poor speed would still tend to rank relatively high. But this has really kind of brought some confusion to our industry, and people are looking for clarity. So because of this confusion, Google's been trying to clear things up. On April 28th, they've updated their stance, saying that page experience, mobile friendliness, page speed, and secure site ranking were signals, but never systems. Danny Sullivan, the search liaison over at Google, said that taking them off didn't mean they were no longer considered aspects of page experience. It just meant that they weren't systems in and of themselves, but signals that other systems then would use when taking into account the page or whatever the factor was from that specific system. You can read more about this at SEO Roundtable. They do an awesome job at covering everything Google. But to me, there's still a little bit of ambiguity with the whole deal. So let's take a look a little bit at these different Google systems, and then I'll show you where you can go find those and read a little bit more about them so that you can come to some conclusions on your own. So Google's got a number of ranking systems. These are just a few of them, some of the big ones: BERT, deduplication, exact match domain, helpful content, link analysis. All of these ones that I'm showing you here are actually live and still running within the Google system. They also have sunset a number of older systems that they're no longer using. And each one of these systems contains multiple signals. So an example is the helpful content system, which Google also just recently updated documentation on, does and leverages a number of page experience signals. It's looking at the experience of the page as an aspect of content being helpful. Some of these more advanced systems like BERT or MUM or neural matching or RankBrain are going to look at, entity recognition and things of that nature as signals within the system. Now let's look a little bit deeper at some of these and where we can learn more about each and every one of these systems and the signals that are associated with them. Inside Google Search Central, you can find something called documentation, and inside the documentation will give you a broad guide to Google search ranking systems. As you can see here, these are all the current systems. And then you can read a little bit more like how search works, how their ranking systems are combined with other processes so that Google can hopefully organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. That's their quote unquote mission. So we've got all of these different systems here. So BERT and all the stuff we talked about. And then we've got some that are retired. So Hummingbird, Panda system, Penguin system. A lot of those things that drove and built those systems in the older ones have now been either upgraded or integrated into some of these other systems. So BERT, you can learn more about that here and understanding the bidirectional coding representation from transformers and the AI Google uses to understand words and concepts. We've got the crisis information, deduplication, exact match domain, freshness, helpful content, and the like. So check out this page. It can be really helpful. It can also lead you down a big rabbit hole trying to understand these. You won't get all of them, but what's cool is you can learn a little bit more of the concepts that are running and the systems that are running that help inform search. And we really have to take all of these into account when developing a holistic SEO strategy. It doesn't mean you have to target these systems, but you do need to have an understanding of the systems that are running the search engines today. Now, a lot of this is implemented using artificial intelligence. And so understanding how that artificial intelligence works and making sure that your content is machine readable and that it works the way that it's supposed to is very, very important. If you got any questions on this stuff, I'll do my best to try to help and answer those to you. I highly suggest that you check out SEO Roundtable, also SEO by the Seas, another great blog that I like to use in order to help understand these systems a little bit deeper. But yeah, if you got a question, please comment below. I'd love to continue this conversation with you guys. And until next time, happy marketing.